Welcome back to Mik'd Up. Today's Friday, June 3rd. We are back here live from Uncle Earl's. We're also sponsored by, we are brought to you by, we actually are sponsored by, brought to you by Sterling Automotive and a whole bunch of other people. We got this crew here. We got Jay Mitch, we got Floyd. The rain came down, it has stopped. We have Noah in the seat. We had a couple other people supposed to come in. I think the rain scared them off. They got some little issues coming in, but look, we're here, we're live, we're going. We got a big show for you. LSU starts the regional play tonight. Southern Miss decided they are the host, obviously, and they let us know that they're the host, and let us know that they deserve to host, and let us know that they are better than LSU. They just escaped the mighty Army people with a 2-0 win. Starting pitcher.
Survive in advance, man.
That's
what they're on.
They burned their ace, who is from Zachary, pitched a gem. 7 innings, 9 punchies, did really well. They were winning 1-0. The shortstop from Army kind of alligator armed the ball in the 7th inning. Threw it in the shitter. First baseman probably should have picked it. Didn't pick it. Got the guy from second going on. Good base running, scores, makes it 2-0.
Trey Morgan, hey, welcome to that door.
Yeah, it happens. 2-0 game. They survive in advance. Talking a lot of noise about them deserving to be there. Come out a little flat. I know they played the day game. They decided to play the day game. They chose that. LSU plays tonight at 6. Come to Earl's.
Wait.
They got drinks.
Sorry. Keep going.
No, go for it.
You get to pick whatever.
Yeah, if you're the host.
Yeah, if you're the host, you get to pick
day or night.
Because you get a chance to, like, if you take the night game, then you'd have the quick turnaround if that's what you want. If not, you play the day game. You got to get up early, but at least you get a little rest.
Yeah, so you get the day game, and you're not in school, so you get the day game and you get the bigger rest before the night game.
What would you rather? If you could.
I like the night game, but that's just me.
You don't have
actually, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't mind night game, day game, but I'm weird. I like day games. I like day games.
That is weird.
I don't like day games.
I enjoy day games.
Chicago, are you listening? The Cubs.
I don't like day games.
He's
the early rise guy though.
I'm a rise early guy. I absolutely rake in day games. Like when you're in the minor leagues in AAA, they have this thing called Kids Day.
Mikey, a big Wednesday Sunday guy in the minor leagues.
Kids Day. Now listen to me.
Pervert.
Now listen to me. Kids Day.
Whoa.
Kids Day
we like
is
3.5 minutes in.
4:45. It's 4:43. Lloyd was right on time.
As
Internet,
always.
We got a little leakage coming in here.
That made me
and
nervous.
It rattled us a little bit, but here's the deal. Kids days are early. Like I'm talking about, like there's been times where I've had 11 a.m., 10 a.m. games in AAA, and what they do is they bring these kids. It's like summer camp kids. They're younger. They're in the stands. You hear SpongeBob SquarePants all day, and it is miserable because of like. They're loud and they're annoying and aggravating and like they're kids and they're enjoying it. But for some reason, you wake up, you get to the field, you drink some coffee, you take your morning poop. You take your morning poop, you get a little breakfast, you go maybe take fewer swings in the cage, get on the field and ready to go. For some reason or another, I absolutely rake in those games. I'm miserable, I'm not happy, but I hit every time. So I'm a night game, day game guy, whatever.
You know you like to get fired up a little bit.
He likes those games. I'm the one that's scratching. I'm like, dude, if I could just get one hit, one walk, I'll go home happy today.
I mean,
that's a great
There's
day.
a chance I won't.
That's a great day.
There's a chance I won't swing.
Hey, but
minimize my bats today. One hit, one walk, go home.
Here's the deal, though. Usually those kids' days are like a Wednesday, and then you get Thirsty Thursday, which is a night game the next day. So you usually have 10 a.m., 11 a.m. start. You finish by 1 or 2. You have the whole rest of the day and all of the next day to not do anything. And then you got Thirsty Thursday, which is Thirsty Thursdays in baseball. Those are the days, especially when you're in nice cities like Charlotte, North Carolina.
It's better late in the year when the sun doesn't go down as early, so you have to wear sunglasses.
Down.
Yes. And then if you just so happen to get the day off, on Thirsty Thursdays, the sun's still in your eyes, so you wear the sunglasses in there. And then look, they hit a foul ball, and you go, everybody, free looks. And everybody just turns around and looks for the foul ball, and everybody just scans, and they
pick one.
Yeah. Sunglasses don't come off until like 9:30 if it's a Thirsty Thursday game and you're not playing. They just stay on.
Yeah, so we're gonna listen.
See, this has happened to me with the Kid Zone type deal when I worked at Northwestern State.
You worked in the Kid Zone? That's kind of weird.
No, I didn't work in the Kid Zone.
That's why you tried to.
That's why you had the mustache. That's why you have the mustache and the mullet on.
That's why you tried to put that on us.
Yeah,
I see what you're doing here.
Yeah, that's it.
What? Free candy.
You can't say I worked at a Kid Zone and then lick your lips. That's just not a thing. That's not.
Lloyd also worked at Dick's and left before Black Friday. The day before, just quit.
Didn't even put you 2 weeks in?
Said, I'm done.
Just
Black
bounce.
Friday, the busiest day of the year. I'm out.
God.
I got a
not
job.
working.
What do you want from me?
Not
I had to
working.
make a career choice, and look at me now. Best decision
Before
I could have ever
we
made.
get too derailed.
No, I do have one thing about this because I do know what y'all are talking about with like when there's like what is it, the kids game or whatever, when they get to come in free. So we had that for a Northwestern State basketball game, 11 in the morning on a Sunday after we did a football game, and our tradition was everybody goes out after Saturday at
traditions at
Northwestern
Northwestern State?
Well, this was it because they fucking stunk. So after every loss, we'd like, let's go to the bar. We'd go to the Cove, and then if you're in sports information, you have to go work the next day.
Not
Buddy,
fun.
we didn't know it was Kids Day in my head.
Oh, your head
and it was
ringing.
banging, dude.
Yeah.
I went outside to throw up. I thought I was gonna be slick, and some woman is jumping and goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not. No."
I shouldn't be here right now.
No,
this is miserable. Should be a crime.
But that's how you know I'll grind it out for you.
I appreciate that.
I'll still show up.
I appreciate that. Hey,
Like,
look, you
throw him
grinded.
on the mic, but he'll
Hey,
show up.
yeah, you're right. But he grinded out on Monday after a Vegas weekend, which that's the ultimate grinder.
I'm still not okay.
I know, but I gave you a week before I'm really hard on you.
Yeah.
So I gave you a week. I gave you a week to recover. Next
and
week.
then I go win a golf tournament yesterday.
Next
Like,
week,
I
no.
mean, these
Next week,
things-
no excuses. We got 6 to 8, moving to 6 to 8 next week, starting
do
Monday.
6 to 9.
We have
Sleep
Rachel
friendly.
Demita coming on the
We should
show.
do 6 to 9.
Rachel Demita is coming on the show 6 to 8 to talk NBA playoffs, which is going to lead us to the NBA playoff talk we had last night because the Golden State Warriors completely flipped the script on anything I thought was going to happen. I love live betting. I did not live bet because they were winning by double digits. They're in Golden State after the Celtics had an absolutely defensive battle series against the Heat. Everybody's beat up. I'm like, there's no way the Celtics are going to cover this in-game spread. There's no way they're going to come back. I'm not even going to touch it. Like, I thought it could have been
What was the odds on
25-point lead. Well, I saw it when it was like plus 10.5, and I'm like, I don't even think they're going to – I think they're going to win by 25.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I'm looking at the screen, and the Celtics are shooting layups from the three-point line. They can't miss in the fourth quarter, and they win by 20. I'm like, okay, this is brutal.
Where has this Al Horford rejuvenation come from? He had 2
No,
feet in
no.
the grave.
Hey, Al Horford,
That
remember
shot's-
when he was
that shot's still ugly as
2007 in
shit,
Florida?
too.
Was it 2007 or 2008 when he was at Florida?
Yeah, he was with
Was he
Joakim
Joakim
Noah
Noah? Yeah.
and Corey Brewer. What the
Crazy.
hell?
Crazy. But before we get too derailed, let me get to
Yes.
baseball. Everybody's here listening. Want to talk baseball? LSU play starts in
Brought to you by
an
Dozy
hour
Place,
and
brought to you by
12
Mik'd
minutes.
Up.
We are here at Earl's. We have a tab open at Earl's. That was a little snafu, but we got it taken care of. We have
There's a rounding error.
Yeah, it's just a little error. We have a tab. It is open. I would like to invite people to come here, watch the show, listen to us, throw tomatoes at us in the crowd if you want, if we're not performing the way you like us perform. Watch some college baseball. LSU plays in an hour and 10 minutes. They play Kennesaw State. I was kind of recapping the Southern Miss game that they just played. Zachary Native on the bump. Their ace. They burned their ace. I know I had talked about earlier in the week, the most important game in the regional was the first game to get to the second game, move on. That's what they did. They used their ace. They burned them. Now they have 2 really good pitchers.
Right.
LSU's obviously going to get the number 2 guy.
Righty,
I
lefty?
was not – don't ask me questions because I don't know the answers to.
First
I'm
of all, wait,
assuming
you
he's a
can't-
righty.
You can't assume either. We got to take care
We
of
have to
that.
ask Jack. He probably knows.
Yeah, he would know. Jack's not here, but he's listening. I know he's watching.
Which also
Jack,
knows
if you
the host
know,
of the
shoot me
show.
out a text and let
Shoot
me
a
know.
text, yeah.
Jack 2, not Jack 1.
Jack 2.0, Jack
Yeah.
Bauer.
But they have their number 2 guy starting, which I like. I think that LSU obviously takes care of business. The over-under is 13. There's actual run-like lines now. Now they have enough
Internally.
statistics accumulated through the course of the year. Now the computers are generating the lines. Like, college baseball is going to be electric on betting because I'm very excited about it. I like the over because if it's 13 runs, 9-4 gives you a push. I think LSU can win 10-4 and take
Roger
care of
that.
business.
Good buddy.
10-2, take the starters out, get a couple trash runs in the 8th, 9th inning, 10-4, wipe your hands, cash in your check, go the next day, and then
Put your
all the Southern Miss people can get in our Twitter mentions and talk shit to us about how they deserve. Tell us what they do. They had a great year. I still think it's a great draw for LSU. LSU goes out, they're going to go and dominate, win the game, go out and play, and then all the cards are on the table.
Are we?
I was not impressed by Southern Miss today. That's all I'm saying. I think their offense hits a bunch of homers. They have some swing and miss in their bat. I know it's the first game of the regional. I know they're not used to hosting. I know it's probably a little nerves. There's some nerves going in there. But
Tight.
they win 2-0. They move on. They burn their ace. That's a bold move. Yeah. It's a bold move to burn the ace.
Here's a question. Assuming LSU takes care of business tonight.
Assuming. Now, if they don't, I'm going to get egg in my face and people are going to talk shit. It's okay. I deserve that.
No, we haven't gone to Kennesaw.
Assuming they take care of business tonight, are you encouraged or discouraged by Southern Miss not swinging it very well?
Encouraged. Because what's our strength is our offense, right? Like, I am confident that LSU will figure out, especially with two of your best, like, you had two of your top 4 hitters out for the last basically week and a half. I have more confidence in LSU scratching runs across the board. I got distracted. We have the whole team here today. This is amazing.
I'll say this. I think here's what I think.
That's the real boss.
If they take care of business tonight and they play them tomorrow,
I asked for him to
come. Literally mid-show, mid-conversation, he yells at David.
I see a lot of I see a high-scoring close game tomorrow. I feel like they could run into a couple because that's what they do.
For sure.
They got some guys that got some pops.
Look, and if Mik'd throws today, you're throwing a guy who throws a ride fastball, which is prone to fly balls. It's not easy to hit. It's hard to hit.
Yeah.
But you get it. You barrel it up. The ball's going to go and be in the air. So I think Southern Miss, you've played there. I have not. You said it is a hitter's park. It looks like a hitter's park.
I remember correctly, yeah.
I believe LSU's offense will score runs.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's not a high-scoring game because I don't want to have to rely on the defense to make some big plays.
Is it turf field too?
Is it turf? But hey,
is it turf?
They played turf early in the year. Louisiana Tech.
I know it was terrible.
But they did it. They got used to it. Maybe
learn from it.
They move on.
They learn from it.
They've been there. They
got it out of the system.
You learn. Living.
Would you go into like an indoor or something and start taking ground balls early if you know it's turf, or do you just stick?
I would call the football facility and say, hey, can I get to the indoor football field and let me just pepper? But I doubt that happened. Maybe. I just don't know if that would have happened. But I'm with you. I think that it could be a high-scoring game. Like I said, I believe the overs are going to hit this weekend, which you also believe the overs are going to hit for all of Major League Baseball that play on Apple TV Plus because of the balls in your conspiracy theory, which I believe. I do. I think there is some merit.
Get the tinfoil hat with
I think there is some merit to that, but I think LSU takes care of business tonight. We are going to be here at Earl's after the show, post-show.
Maybe streaming.
Depending who shows up. If you want to get a little appearance on TV, on the camera, on our stream, if we have a crowd and we have people, we probably will keep the stream going and talk, drink, have some fun. If not, camera off, talk, drink, have some fun anyway. Enjoy our time, enjoy our company, have a good time.
Come to Earl's.
Either way, come to Earl's. Look, it's raining. It's not raining anymore. It was raining. It's Friday. Earl's has a nice, really cool setup with TVs everywhere, great drink specials. Like, let's go a little drunk together. Free drinks for y'all.
I gotta go to Lafayette a little bit later, but it's okay.
You're at Lafayette tonight?
Yeah, I keep getting into these golf tournaments. I gotta go play in the morning. But either way,
you gotta go play, or you want to go play? Exactly.
Both.
There it is.
Exactly.
There's
a difference in there.
Depends on how good the game is.
So as far as baseball goes, Vanderbilt is losing right now 3-0 to San Diego. Now they're playing the West Coast. It's hard to move from one way or the other to go there play, but they're losing 3-0. I think that's really the only
I want to bring you back to a little bit of LSU baseball and what you saw with the host site Southern Miss. They throw their ace, which might be a little bit of a statement against LSU because you'd imagine that all things created equal, LSU beats Kennesaw.
Yep.
Run line 1.5. Might have to take that too.
I like that. Run
lines are
LSU
dangerous.
too.
Yes, but it should be take care of business down.
You would hope.
You would hope.
Now listen, it's postseason. Anything can happen. Kennesaw can swing a little bit.
Right, and this is what leads me to my question: is they burned their ace? Do you think LSU does the same thing, or did they see that and change their strategy?
I think that whatever Southern Miss did does not change what LSU already. Like LSU, Jay is strategic in the way he announces his starters. He doesn't do it so
Have you heard why? I don't know if this is true or not, but
Where'd you hear it? Tiger Droppings?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I've been lots of conversations going on. I feel like what I've heard was that he got fucked by somebody else that announced his starter, but then switched it, and now he's like, well, I'm not telling you anything now. Like, it
Oh,
only
like this
took one
year
time.
or in his
No,
career
in his
before?
career.
Yeah,
He
that
got-
happens
I
before.
mean, that happens that
happens
happens
a lot.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm just not going to say anything.
Yeah.
And so, but who do you think throws today?
Mik'd.
I think they're both going with the theory of
Because you
take
could-
care of game one.
Yep.
No, you got to throw him. You got to throw him.
Yep.
You have to throw him.
Look, if you don't,
gotta throw.
that's. I mean, like you don't and you win, great. But I think you throw Mik'd.
The only way you
This is a 2-3. It's not like a 1-4. Like it's not. You're not playing the 4 seed in the regional. You're playing the 3 seed, which is
Yeah, but you feel like
the
you
only
should
way,
be a
the only
one.
way you really don't do it is let's just say you have guys that have had 2 dominant seasons,
example.
but the one is like your ace is like a legit dominant better pitcher than your 2. The 2's just had a really good year.
That's not an example then. My example is not going to suffice.
I'm about to say, so I throw 2 then, and then you could come back and throw the 1 if you know he's gonna have a good game, whatever.
Now,
if you wanted
2009,
to.
I was gonna. My example was gonna be 2009 when you had Lewis Coleman who won 14 games, and you had Anthony Renato who won 14 games. And it's like, well, you didn't really have a 2. You had 2 1s, technically. And the reason why Coleman was a freak show. Like the reason why you threw him on Friday,
It's because you knew he could throw again.
because he would close the game on Sunday if you needed him.
That you knew he could go again.
Yeah,
like,
like
okay.
this man. This is no joke. This man.
I
would,
wasn't gonna use that because that's just not that real.
Yeah, right. And when you started
I
the
was-
comment,
I
was like,
could do
oh,
that.
and then you said
There is
one's
a-
better
yeah,
than okay. That's there were 2 different pitchers, but Coleman had a rubber arm. Like Coleman would literally warm up with me in pro ball. 4 throws, he was 180 yards out, 180 feet out. I'm like, dude, give me some time. Like usually, I don't take a long time to get warm, but like he was 3 throws and he was already at the fence. I'm like, I mean.
And
arm
when
hurts.
Coleman threw, it was all like assholes and elbows coming at you. So
Yeah,
you
it
had
was
no
all
clue
so
where the ball was
gangly.
coming.
He was slinging that thing. That was my first at bat ever at LSU. Ever in the fall. I had to face Lewis Coleman, who was throwing 94 crossbody throwing behind me, and I had never seen that. And I'm like, oh boy. I hit the ball 6 inches in front of home plate and got thrown out by 17 feet at first base.
But I feel like
The
Mik'd
catcher caught it. Mikey Gibbs caught it, took 18 shuffles, and then threw me out by half a
Just,
Yeah,
just
half
enough to make him keep running hard down the line.
Oh yeah, you kind of get off the baseline, he pegs you in the back. I've seen that move before. But don't you think Mik'd has a little bit of the rubber arm as well? Like, feels like he.
Yeah,
can
Mik'd,
go.
listen, I think,
Yeah, but he ain't gonna come back Sunday.
Yeah, no. Nobody's going to do that.
Yeah.
That's just like and
Lewis
this is
was
it.
a different
beginning
breed.
of the season. It was Coleman
Well,
was
win
the beginning of the season was if Coleman closed on Friday and did not pitch on Saturday, he started on Sunday.
Yeah.
Then he was like, "Hey, you're too good. We're just gonna start you on Friday, start Anthony on Saturday, and if we need you again, you're gonna pitch." And then it ended up being like Matty ended up being the closer, and we didn't really need him much. But I mean, he started the first game of Omaha. I mean, the first game against Texas, and then closed out the third game. And then threw his glove. Yeah, but my whole point is, your point is, yeah, some teams do that. I don't think LSU has that luxury. I think they have to throw. Kennesaw State is LSU. Listen, LSU is favored to win the regional. Like that is like by the odds of the experts and the computers, not me, Southern Miss fans. It is the experts who are way smarter than I am, have them favored to win. Now the favors don't always win, but they're favored to win the regional. Kennesaw State is good enough to beat teams, so I would not take them lightly. I would start your ace.
I think it's fair to say the strength in our pitching staff is in the bullpen. So with that being said, like we want to save as much of the bullpen for as late as possible. So with that being said, I'm starting Mik'd because he's shown us all year that he's given us the best chance to go deep into a game.
Right.
What's the number? Like how many innings?
I think
What would
Mik'd
you
gets
ideally.
6.
I think
I would love.
6+.
Ideally, I think 7 would be.
I think he goes 6+.
7 would be ideal, but I
I'm
think
talking
he gets
about
a
if
6.
it's a grind, you keep him in, right? Like I feel like he's got the leash. Like there's not many
He's-
of
you
you've
trust
seen
him. You trust him.
You've
Yes.
seen how Jay Johnson has operated, and
Yes.
it could be one pitch and you're toast.
Yeah, you trust
He
him.
wouldn't do that to Mik'd, but I feel like if it's tough in the third, he's not going to pull him. He's going to let him give up 2 runs. He's going to let him kind of battle through it a little bit. So I think, it gives credence to this strategy of throwing Mik'd, which is why I think it might happen. I'm agreeing with you now. Is because of how
You talked yourself into it?
Yeah, you talked me into it. It's because of how the bullpen would set up for the back end for the rest of the weekend. You know?
Yeah.
Because it might be all hands on deck right after.
100%. I was about to say the truth of the matter is I really do. I'm like 100% on the Mik'd starting tonight thing, but
Have they announced? I don't know.
no, but yeah,
He
but
doesn't.
but
He
here's the
won't
thing.
announce.
The truth of the matter is
At some
it
point you
doesn't-
have to, right? You have to put the
He
lineups
said
out.
90 minutes before the game is close.
It's about
to
that
what-
time.
Where did you hear this?
From him.
He told you direct. You called him and he
No, it was
told
on
you.
Twitter. It was quoted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he told. Yeah, we
Truth
talked.
of the matter
I don't know,
is
his
it
wife loves
doesn't
you.
matter who throws
He
tonight.
told me.
They have to go deep. Like,
Yeah.
we need you to go deep.
I need you to get through 5.
We need you to go deep.
You have to get at least pitch into the 6th.
And it doesn't matter if we win, get
Yeah.
smashed or whatever. Like, they need to pitch because you need to be able to have
Yeah.
those bullpen arms ready for the rest of the
Which
weekend.
you can't sacrifice a loss though if it's tough, like 4 runs in the 3rd.
No, I mean,
Oh,
if it's,
no. I mean,
if you're well within striking range of the win, yeah. But
I mean,
if
if
not,
he shits the bed, but like what he's shown is even if he gives up a few runs early, he's gonna figure it out and get
Yeah,
through.
I
He's gonna
agree.
grind it out. Like you have to give him a chance to get out of
I
it.
think Mikhail's one of those
Mikhail
dudes where
started.
it's like literally
Mikhail started.
either he's throwing strikes or it's like, all right, he's out of there.
You
Because I
said
feel
90
like
minutes. It's 59 minutes.
Yeah.
They just
So we
announced.
already
They
knew
just
this.
announced.
We knew this before the show started. We should have.
What did he announce?
Just now, 50 seconds ago. Mikhail
An hour.
started.
He just announced it 50 seconds ago.
No, an hour before the game.
Yeah. So
Why
why
are
would
you
we
yelling
know
at me?
before the show?
Why are you yelling at me? We said 90 minutes. 90 minutes would have been right at the show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's
We actually
playing
started
it
the
close to
show at
vest.
80 minutes before game time.
I'm not gonna tell you why, but
No, you did tell me why. Unless you lied to me.
I did. We're good.
Okay. But yes, with you, Mikhail is the move. Obviously, he's starting. He's gonna do what he does. He's a senior. He's gonna dominate. He's gonna get through the game. Offense is gonna bang. We're gonna be good to go.
Mike
Jeff,
Day.
I don't even know how to say his last name. Has 19 taters, 74 steaks. Wow. Look at this guy. That sounds good.
How many nicknames are there for home runs? 19 taters. I love that.
Is that what I said?
What?
Taters.
Taters. Yeah, I just
never-
believe
I've
you.
I
I'm
say
a
a lot.
dog.
19 taters, 19 boombas, 19 tanks,
Tanks, tugs,
Pumps.
pumps,
Very sexual.
lasers. No, lasers don't really count as home
No.
runs.
There he goes. Very sexual.
I mean, only you maybe.
Tugs and pumps.
Only you. But it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait for tomorrow's game because it's gonna be. We're gonna get a lot of shit talking. We got.
Hey, we got
More
to calm
shit
him.
you
We
talk to
got to
us on
calm him
Twitter.
down on his overlooking shit tonight.
That's
He's
what I was
literally.
about to
I mean,
say.
he keeps doing it. We got to slow down with that now.
I said take care of business. We're gonna take care of business tonight. That's what I want.
TCOB.
What?
Take care of business.
I think you just made that. Is that a phrase? TCOB.
Yeah.
You just made that up.
Do you actually abbreviate the O? Like, is that? a
I
thing?
think TCB.
That doesn't go into the acronym, right?
O's don't really go into.
The
like,
O.
They don't,
Don't
no,
really go
no,
into
no.
the-
Y'all see, this is what you're falling into a grammar situation. You don't capitalize.
What is of? What is as far as grammar? What is of?
Preposition.
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 Yes, it is.
What
I
would
knew
you
that. I didn't know that.
Of the.
But I mean, I would love to talk baseball the entire time, and we will talk
We
more.
will.
We will talk more baseball. Let's get to some other stuff a little bit, just for a little bit, just because we're a gambling show. We talk gambling. We've got to move on to other gambling things, which is NBA Finals are going on, and I want to win money in the NBA Finals, and we have a gambling, I guess, basketball expert for Caesars. I mentioned her earlier. We're going to promote her throughout the course of the weekend. Rachel Demita. If you've played NBA 2K, she used to be
my
on
childhood.
2K.
2K
You know, she is known around the 2K world,
course.
right? Everybody knows who she is. She is very popular.
She's single.
I don't know, but she's very popular amongst these basketball fans, and she works with Caesars, which means she is going to come on our show because now we work with Caesars. She's going to come on Monday, again 6 to 8, and she is going to talk NBA basketball betting. She's going to give us some picks. She's going to tell us what to
What
bet,
day?
how to bet on Monday, and
nervous.
so we have that. But leading up to that, we have to talk a little bit about NBA basketball because I do enjoy NBA basketball. I know people down here don't, but it's the NBA Finals. You should.
You have to watch it.
You
tell
should.
you what,
Here's
if
the deal. One of my best friends,
Yes, me,
who will remain nameless,
Lloyd.
told me that he made a bet with Chris McGee, who was supposed to be on the show, but he is having some issues of his own.
Technical
He made a bet.
difficulties.
This is a great crazy bet, but he made this bet in like 2012 when Golden State lost.
I
in
forgot about
the
this.
first. You remember this, right?
God damn.
And they haven't come to the monetary value of it, but he said it's going to be significant. It's going to be like $2,500 plus with my friend. He made the bet that Steph Curry, after they lost in the 2012 conference championship, he said that Steph Curry is going to have more NBA championships when it's all said and done than LeBron James. And Chris McGee said, "You're crazy. Bet on LeBron."
Right.
And LeBron, obviously, they're even, I think.
No, I think they'll be even.
LeBron's
if they
got
win.
about 1.
He's got about 1 right
I
now.
thought they're
LeBron.
even if he wins this. they have
Curry's
one.
at
If he
3.
wins this one,
Bron's
yeah.
at 4.
Okay.
So if he
Well,
wins
yeah,
this,
I
they're
forgot
even.
the bubble
Yeah.
championship.
Bubble
There's
championship.
asterisk on that one.
But is it though?
Asterisk. But let's say Curry wins this one, right?
Right.
my
He's putting an
friend,
asterisk
my
by
other
Clayton
friend,
Kershaw's
who
championship.
bet on Steph, said he goes, "This is why, because Steph is going to win a couple in the later part of his career because he's
Right.
going to Ray Allen it.
Yeah.
He's going to be a shooter, and he's not going to be like he's going to be a guy who's going to play 25 minutes a game, and he's going to shoot 50% from the three-point line, and he's going to be on a championship team, and he's going to win a couple. And LeBron's almost done.
Right. Well, with Steph, with Steph, you expect him to play until he's 41.
Yeah, 'cause he can shoot.
Because of his
Like,
type of game.
yeah,
And
exactly.
so LeBron, like everybody's surprised now because he can still kiss the rim at
Right.
47 years old.
Right.
And so like,
Shout out
52.
Gerald Green.
so I mean,
Wait, you think he's older? Do you think he don't have to forge his?
You
birth
can't do that.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. That gets caught. I mean, you can, but that gets.
Luka Doncic is 40 years
Yeah, but
old.
Luka Doncic's not from America.
That's
from
what I'm
America.
saying.
it's like Manu Bol. They didn't know how old he was when
Or
he played.
Bobo.
I mean, you go. I mean, that's
That's
the running
different.
joke with like a lot of Latin guys in baseball. They forge their birth. Like,
I am
but you're
12.
when you're from America, when you're from the United States of America, you can't. It's hard. You can't do that. So he is what his age is. What his age is.
37.
LeBron's that age.
Born December 30th.
But
He just. Nah, I ain't gonna say it. Go ahead.
Go,
No, what you
just
got?
say it,
What you
say
got?
it.
But I say he just might be getting some of them paid Manning packages, but LeBron's his age.
yeah,
That's fair to say. He's 37 on paper, maybe 27 in the body.
I've seen a couple overseas doctors. What of it?
I mean,
Tiger
listen,
Woods
go
is the
for.
same.
I'm off. Look, go for it, man. I don't give a shit about that.
don't
You
know.
should
What
have.
you gotta do?
You should have given it one shot. Like,
Nah, that's not the guys that's keeping us out.
Yeah, I mean that's not gonna help me get a job. I should have done that when I was 25, maybe.
I
I
mean,
wanted to
Jason's.
do it.
Yeah, I think the real thing about baseball is
I think people get confused at the like what that means. Like they look at Giambi and Canseco and Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa and all these juice heads
Kissing
that
it, yeah.
Barry Bond and they got enormous. Like damn, that's what it looks like when you take steroids. Like no, like you had guys getting popped that are 170 pounds that are on steroids or on PEDs, but what the PED does is it's the recovery.
That's
Is
the
why
biggest
you
part
take
of what
it.
it does.
Huh?
That's the biggest part of what it
Yeah, like that. It's the best. Like you have to be good enough to hit the baseball. Obviously, like the recovery. Everybody in the big leagues on their best day is really, really, really good. The problem is, or the elite are on their best day a lot more than just the average or below average big leaguers. But everybody in the big leagues, 95% of the guys in the big leagues are capable of what you see on a nightly basis from like Mike Trout, but they don't do it. They can only do it on occasion, right? They're not consistent. And guys that are on PEDs, they're able to recover and they're able to do that more consistently. And that's the whole reason. But as far as the basketball series goes, so this is your spot. You're the basketball expert.
Did you watch the game?
Tell me what, because I did not expect
Right.
the game to go the way the game went.
So when I was watching it, and you see how Curry was playing at the beginning, I thought the Celtics were gonna. I thought if the Celtics can get somebody to score, it didn't have to be Tatum, it have anybody.
Tatum did not score
He
either.
didn't.
Crazy.
But if they can get somebody to score, they can win because the entire, like at one point when Curry had 21, the team had like 42. So I mean, that's their whole offense was Curry. So he's gonna die down at some point. He's not gonna score 80. And so
That's
if
what
the
we should have
Celtic-
bet it.
If the
What?
Celtics could have went down the stretch and scored like they did with Horford and Derek White and all these guys
Yeah,
coming
but you
off the
can't
bench.
anticipate. I mean, like you,
Right, but
you
you-
can't expect that. Like you haven't done that all. Those
Right,
guys
but
have not done that all.
I would
all
expect-
post playoffs.
Just the way that the
Horford
Celtics
has
were
done it
playing.
twice.
Well, Horford, but not
Right.
the collective group
But
of guys.
If I'm the Warriors, I'm scared now because you burn a game that you
Should've.
should have won. If Tatum's scoring like what he had 17
That ain't
and
happening
missed
again.
like 20 shots, it's not going to happen every night.
Well, I will say this. What I am scared of, on the other side of it, is kind of what you're saying. Is that like, all right, Tatum does this, and he's the one dishing, and they make all these shots. You don't really believe they're gonna keep making all those shots, but you're more enticed to cover them when they start
Right.
taking these shots,
Right.
which opens it up for Tatum.
right,
Of course.
right.
So that's the part that sucks about
Do
it.
you think Golden State wins the second, even after Draymond comes out there and says that was a fluke, these guys can't shoot the way they shoot.
Draymond.
Like Draymond can't help himself.
Can't
huh?
help himself. I mean, he got lucky with the whole Celtics thing that the Celtics won in Game 7 because he calls them out before Game 6 and was like, we're playing Boston in the finals. And then the Heat win in Game 6. And so he got lucky that I think that what last night shows that the series is going to go 7 games. in my opinion.
I hope it does.
Wow.
I would love to see a 7-game finals.
What happened?
I'm just looking at the spread. Game on June 5th. I have no idea what day that is, but
Well, June 5th
2
is
days
the date.
from now,
That's
Sunday.
2 days.
Sunday, Sunday.
Game
Sunday
two.
fun day.
But it's 4. It opened up.
Yeah,
Remember?
it's 4.
No, but remember, game 1 was at 3.5 and it opened. So this opened at 4, is what I'm saying. Like this might move. So Vegas is saying Golden State.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but
It should.
I didn't know. So
They're
they're
at
not
home.
wavered.
They're at home. They're at home.
Not wavered at all by what just happened.
No, because they're at home. I mean, you have to assume that they're gonna not get
Right.
swept at home. Like the first 2, they're not gonna lose 2 in a row at
Yeah.
home, being home court, having home court.
If the Warriors lose game 2,
they're in trouble.
they're in a bad
Yeah,
spot.
but I don't
trouble.
think 4 is
Yeah,
enough.
oh,
I don't
yeah.
think 4 is enough.
I mean, because then you're going back to Boston, which
Yeah.
is one of the wildest
Yeah.
home court advantages.
Especially when you're up 2
Yeah.
games to nothing. Like that's
right, and like we haven't seen, at least from game
Hey,
1.
is it game 3? Is it game 3 is when Clay? It's the only game that Clay goes
No,
off.
he's
Game 6.
game
Game
6.
six.
Oh, it's
Game 6 Clay.
Game 6 is.
Game 6.
I have a feeling
That
Clay's gonna
ruined
do
my
something.
Life.
Clay's gonna do something tomorrow. I mean, Sunday on game 2.
Yeah. Somebody on the Warriors
Game two
other
play?
than Steph Curry's got to
I think.
step up.
Yeah,
Poole.
I think he's gonna figure it.
Jordan Poole, he's still so young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's-
did you hear what Kurt said? He's like, I don't want you to act like you're Steph. He's like, why don't you shoot me down when I'm fucking flying as high as I ever have? He's like, I mean, he's acting like he's Steph Curry. I don't really want him taking those shots.
That's
Hey,
being a coach.
That's a very.
I know, but you don't
true
do it in the
statement.
media.
No, I like it.
Right.
He probably, but he probably
I like
told
it.
that to him. If you listen,
I'm okay.
I have no problem with that as long as you told that guy before. If you had this conversation
They might
with him
even
before you
have.
talked,
They
you
might
don't
even
wanna-
have. They
You
might
don't
even
wanna
have
hear-
the
you don't want
relationship
them to hear
where
it first one.
You don't
Yeah,
want
but-
to talk to your. You don't
Right.
want to talk to your
Right.
players through the media.
But
You
they
wanna talk to them
might
first and
have
then
that
talk to
kind of
the media.
relationship where it's like, look, bro, if I
Do it
say
through
it there,
me.
I'll say it here. Like no big deal. I like it. I don't mind it.
I have no
just think,
problem
Like, why
with
would you?
I'm fine with it. Why? Because there's Steph's 1 of 1.
Yeah.
That's why.
Right, but you
So
need
I
it-
don't want you acting like you're one. You're not one of. You're not 2 of 1.
I understand that, but they're looking for a number 2. Klay Thompson's not the same player. he
No,
used
Yeah,
to
that's
be.
not the same thing,
but,
though.
But being a number 2 does not mean you do like. He was successful doing stuff. He's
What did
gotten.
he-
He
what
was
did he do?
successful playing his game.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to be
Now
such a
he's.
shot guy.
I think he's getting a
Right.
little
That's all.
Too much
little
run.
happy
Yeah.
on his.
Well, they didn't play on the court together a lot because
what
like
I'm
even in the
saying.
start of the playoffs, you know, they were bringing Curry off the bench and having Poole because they play
it again.
they play similarly.
Yeah.
And so Poole's a different type of 2 than Clay because Clay's not going to put the ball on the floor.
Clay doesn't dribble. He just shoots.
I don't think
the
he
shoot
can
guy.
dribble.
I mean, he can dribble.
He can.
Doesn't
but, like,
need to.
He doesn't have to.
He can
And
play
so, like,
defense though.
It just
He's a great
comes down
defender.
He's a big runner.
to the usage. I think Kerr doesn't want Poole to take up all of Steph's
Yeah,
usage. You
which
wanna
which
continue
is
to run through.
understandable.
Right.
The
That's
greatest
what-
shooter in the history of NBA basketball is on the
Is Ray
team.
Allen.
You let him shoot. No. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter.
I would
in the
love
NBA.
to see them go shot for shot,
Come on,
even
man,
right
stop. Just stop.
It would. I think it would be a good competition, but the reason Steph's the greatest is
'Cause
because
he can pull up.
off the dribble,
Yes.
anywhere on the
Yeah.
court.
He doesn't have to be set. He can.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
Yeah,
where he's
off
at.
balance. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Eyes
Behind the
closed.
back,
But
one-handed.
Ray
boom.
might have a quicker release though.
Oh no, he does have a
That release
quicker
is
release.
butter.
He's released.
He
is
does have a quicker
ridiculous.
release,
It's
no doubt.
impossible to use in 2K. Rachel DeVito, but too fast. Gotta say, slow down a little
You
bit.
gotta have the feel.
Well, my God, relief med.
You talked about you won a golf tournament yesterday, right?
I don't want to say I won. It was a group effort.
Well, you beat our friend. You took. Our
I'm
money from
scared
our
to
friend.
talk about this.
You took our money from our friend.
I did.
He's
who
not
just
listening.
walked
Look
in.
at look who just walked in here.
I'm not sure if he's coming for us or if he's coming for the.
He works
for the
out.
party.
He works out
He
today.
worked out this morning.
He
Was
works
at
out.
6:15.
Yeah.
Look at that,
Yeah.
Jerry the man. Jerry
I'm not
Foster.
sure which one it is.
The glow up of Jared. He looks good.
Hey, you want to grab me one?
Grab 2,
3.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you a tip. Bring
took-
the
yeah.
bring the sparklers too when you bring them here.
Yeah. Bring
Bottle
the
service,
Caesar
baby.
sign 6 to 8.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Golf.
Golf.
Oh yeah. So you took money from our friend who doesn't like losing
In front of
money.
his employees.
The Big O show lost some money to Lloyd yesterday. $160 on the course.
Oh, you got him?
Got
Stung
him.
him? Did you shake his hand after? Did you just wink at
No, I
him?
think it went well. I think it was
Did you just wink at him?
game respects game. It was it. I shouldn't play that good,
Well,
but I
here's
just
the deal,
got
though.
I got high.
Lloyd was when Lloyd. Well, one second. One second.
get
One second.
Whatever you would get me.
When
to.
Lloyd gets to those positions, when he feels like he has the upper hand, Lloyd gets a tad uncomfortable and he starts being nice to you. Like he doesn't want you to be mad at him. So like, the way I'm envisioning the way this happened is Lloyd has been playing some good golf at some really nice courses, and Lloyd was playing really well. He realized that Sean was making a couple bad shots, and Sean was probably getting mad at himself and got a little quiet. And then Lloyd probably started pumping Sean up and started being super nice to Sean.
I just wanted to be on this team.
Am I right, or am I hitting this on right?
No, I'm embarrassed at how right you are.
Yeah, exactly.
So really, all you gotta do is talk a little bit of shit to Lloyd.
Well, no.
There's another side.
Yeah. If Lloyd is beating you, now if you talk shit to Lloyd, Lloyd's gonna talk a lot of shit back.
I flipped the switch.
If Lloyd is beating you and he is taking money out of your pocket, that makes Lloyd a tad uncomfortable. And so he doesn't want to make anybody mad at him.
Right.
But he's also enjoying getting the money, so he wants to compensate on the fact that he is taking your money by being super nice to you.
Well, I feel like I'm even scared to say this. I don't want to jinx it. I don't even know why Sean likes me. I'm just like
You're
terrified.
funny. You bring a lot to the table, dude.
But I just feel like I got lucky, so I don't know what to do.
You don't want to
You
ruin
fit his
it. You don't
personality.
want to mess it up.
But
Yeah.
he
You're fun.
was, dude,
You're fun. You don't overstep. You don't try to do too much. You are who you are. It doesn't matter where you're at, and that is
Plays.
that plays.
Okay.
That plays.
Yes.
You are what you are, and you get what you see, and that's what everybody wants.
You are
Like,
who we thought you were.
you are who we thought you were.
You're just not as
But
And we put him on the hook.
the whole point in bringing that conversation up is the match happened a couple days ago.
Oh, I'm not done talking about ours.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking, dude, it did get serious. You're right. We went even. I did have a good partner. He did not. Like the Osho put it like he seeded the entire tournament. It was an 8-man, two team scramble, 8 people playing. It was with his work friends, whatever. But he seeded himself. He went 1-8 with, a great guy that he was playing with. But Sean was grinding. Like it was him.
Yeah,
I had a little bit of
he had to
help.
carry the team.
Yeah, and I had a little bit of help, but you could see it weighing on him. And there was a stretch where I took the dagger out and just like he's breaking. We got to go.
He knew it was over.
Yeah,
was
but then
over.
we had to play an extra hole. We had to get at it.
Oh, we had a playoff?
Oh yeah.
What hole did y'all play? 18 again?
No, so we had to skip a hole because there was so we go into 10. I go get drinks for everybody. And then we get passed up by people that were never on the course. It was like
It's the worst.
It was a group of 15. We're
the
like,
members?
where did y'all
Were
come
they young?
from?
Were they young?
They were doing some sort of party.
Were they
It had
young?
to be, yes.
Exactly.
And we were just so we had
You
to.
didn't bring it on here.
We had to skip a hole, and then we're like, all right, we have to go back
Thank
and
you,
play
sir.
it, and that's when it came down to one, and sorry.
I'm proud of you, though.
Thank
I'm proud
you.
of you. I'm proud
Thank
of
you.
you. But that match was great. I'm happy for you. You won. The match that I'm talking about is the golf match, which I think is a great
About
thing.
me.
Which is a great thing for who puts it on? Is it CB? Is
TNT.
it TNT? TNT. Like that has been. The first one was Phil and Tiger. That was the first match, which was great. Now, obviously, they're not going to put Phil into that anymore, and Tiger's not going to agree to that, I don't think, because he's barely walking.
Well, and he's not very good on a hot mic. He's not. He's a
Yeah,
nerd.
right. But who is good is Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are awesome, and then
They are.
Patrick Mahomes is like every single one of us. Didn't play great to start. Starts pounding beers on the course, right? Then he starts playing. He's locked in. He's shaping shots. He's calling out what he's doing.
That's what I
He's
did.
carrying the team. Like he starts drinking. He starts doing it. So he's every amateur golfer, just at a higher.
At a high
Tax
caliber,
bracket.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
he can afford the drinks.
He has
in return.
$450 million contract, and he's playing golf, and golf is tough, but he's good at it, and he's athletic, and, like, he was sober, and he's on TV, and maybe getting a little nervous because he's playing against other people. That he hasn't really – now he starts pounding beers. Now he gets a little loose, starts making shots. You had Josh Allen had a Tom Brady's combine picture
that
on
was
his ball.
awesome.
That was
Awesome.
on the balls that he
And
was using.
Tom Brady turned it around on him, and he had a Super Bowl trophy on his
Yeah,
ball.
right.
He's like, you ever seen one of these?
And
I've seen him. He goes, yeah, but you never
and-
touched one.
I don't think that you could have had a better combination of shit talkers that are more respected than Tom and Aaron, right? Like
Right.
Aaron is a great shit talker because he's just so dry.
And he's a killer.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Tom is Tom, and he's a killer, and he talks a bunch of shit, and it's
Mahomes
funny.
was
and
the
nobody,
loser in the group.
and nobody can get mad. But Mahomes was great because
Yeah,
he
they
was
still all,
drinking.
they all
and
had
no,
great
talk-
chemistry.
I think that was a
Great
great
chemistry.
combo.
They had great chemistry.
It
All
was
four of
great.
them.
I think that they might run it back.
Those
it was
four?
so close. Yeah.
But here's what made me
Drew Brees
laugh.
is probably rolling over in his grave. He's like, oh, I'm not in the party. Like, that's something that he thinks that he is. He's
Well,
not that
I think
guy.
people are starting to talk about Drew. You know, LeVar Arrington came out with
People are
this
starting to
quotes
open
about
up.
Drew, about how he's not as cool as he thinks he is, and how he's not as liked as he thinks he is. And when he doesn't get the attention, he acts out. That's literally the quote that LeVar Arrington was saying about Drew. I'm
Talking about like
Jesus
he's a child.
Christ. Yeah, basically saying like, hey, you're an immature kid.
That sounds like LeVar being like, boy, I need some of
Yeah.
this attention.
So he throws it out there because like he said he stunk on NBC, and that's why they didn't bring him back. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But the best part of the entire the match was them being like every amateur golfer,
Right.
and losing balls into the woods and into the rough. But the problem is
Into faces.
the problem is they had fans watching. I think there was like 10 or 11 fans that were just getting peppered by golf balls, right? And you pull up the video.
I texted it to Lloyd.
Did you see it?
Yeah,
So-
I can't show it on the stream.
No, but you
Yeah.
can watch it. Did you
Yes,
watch it?
I'm about to.
Okay. I want the live. You
The
can't watch
reaction.
it, but I want the reaction on the show. So this video, you can hear the clunk of the ball off this poor man's head, and this guy freaks out.
Well, the camera goes, they think it goes one way, and then they're like, oh no, it's coming back this way. They flip it back this way.
And you hear,
And then you hear it, and the guy's on the ground like,
oh my God, my head, oh my God, my head, oh my God, my head. Did you hear
It
Did
comes
you hear
straight in.
Did you hear
Oh
it?
my God.
Dude, 180 yards out on a golf ball, and he gets smoked.
But this guy filming is unbelievable.
Yeah.
What, dude? This guy needs to get hired.
it was great.
It looks like a UFO.
It looks like a UFO.
Oh, you can't.
Did you hear it? Did you hear
Cracked
it?
him.
Yes.
He cracked him.
He's acting. I mean, this guy needs to grow up.
I wish we could put on. We don't have the TV. We don't have the capabilities right now.
I'm
But do
going
it.
to
But
show it on the screen. I'm going to show it on this.
You got your paws on. Never mind. It's good. It's good.
can you see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who hit it?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
This guy sells it. He's trying to sue.
And then people are reacting like, oh, he's overreacting. Like, hey,
He
he got
is.
hit in the head at 180 yards out with a golf ball.
Cracked him.
Like, that shit hurts.
He cracked
Hurts.
him.
He's
Especially
I mean, this
that-
guy's
I mean, that
this
was
guy's
solid.
hammered.
I mean, that squared him up.
Dude, he's
And I don't
laughing.
know. And he
He's
started talking about
laughing.
his neck and his necklace and his head. Like, I don't know what was going on. He was probably concussed. But the
No,
match
I
is.
think he was like, this
TNT
is
did a really good
big
job.
oppor-
Charles Barkley was doing it. He was
Charles
he was-
Barkley is awesome.
Charles Barkley is maybe my favorite person on TV.
That guy's suing. He was
You
selling
can't-
it for the sue.
You can't. It's an assumed risk. I've learned that in some of the stuff that I've been learning. That is an assumed
What?
risk. You go to a baseball game
It
or a
keeps
golf
light
match.
reading.
That is an assumed risk that you
Are
go
you trying
there.
to sue somebody?
You can't sue someone when you walk in there and there's flying objects. They have things at a baseball stadium that says, "Hey, we are not responsible for flying objects into the stands, a bat or a baseball, things that come from the field." You assume this risk by coming here. Same with golf. If you're not paying attention to a ball being hit at you, you're,
Look, it's the second move when he goes down. He gets like more into like the fetal position.
It's like it started hurting more. He was like, this hurts. No, take the hat off. No, this really
everybody says
hurts.
heads up, and you look up and you get smacked.
Hey,
Heads up means this.
That might be
You
the
gotta go
best
there.
sign I heard all day. It was so distinct.
He gets smashed. He has a headache today, no doubt.
But we were talking about this a little bit before the show. We've all been just in a weird headspace. But we were talking about it before the show, and it's like it goes to show how good golfers, like professional golfers,
Yeah.
are because
It doesn't happen.
you surround like amateurs, which is what they are. They're all good, but that happens every now and again. Like you might like flare one right 15 yards. Professional golfers are so dialed in; they miss by 5 yards, not 20. And that is.
Hey, there was
that's just
another.
a risk-
There was
that's a
another
risk
shot.
of- yeah,
There's
they need a
another
bigger
shot that
glove.
Josh Allen did. He hits it off the green into the crowd, hits somebody else. Hey,
an assassin.
but listen. Doesn't hit him like that. Hits him. Ricochets, trickles back onto the green. Great kick.
Oh, he's using like a wall.
Yeah,
Smart
backboard.
guy.
Use the
Backboard.
backboard.
Did he
Use the
call
backboard,
it?
no
Bang.
doubt. But the match to me is
Electric.
electric.
It is.
It is fun.
And
I
let them
love
show
it.
their personality, which is like in football you don't really get to see.
There's
all
a
that
big.
often.
There's going to be a big golf
God
tournament in
forbid
Tahoe
baseball did
coming up.
this.
All these athletes are going to Tahoe, and
Yeah.
what tournament is that? Or it's like a
I've
pro
actually
am,
played
right?
that course.
It's a pro am, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't wait. That's gonna be great.
It's probably the biggest pro-am
Yeah, well,
of the year.
I mean, you hear all these athletes talking about. I was
It's so
listening to a
much fun.
show.
Yeah,
Obviously,
because they get-
McAfee's going, Thielen's going, a bunch. Pat Peterson's going. Like all these. Pat Peterson's a scratch golfer. He's really good at golf.
Yep.
And those guys, it's fun. Now obviously I'm not playing professional sports anymore, but that's why I wanted to get good at golf. While I was playing, I didn't do that because I wanted to go to these pro-ams and be able to play. I was just not good enough to do that. But I didn't realize Danny Woodhead was as good as he is.
Oh, he's trying to qualify for the U.S. Open.
Yeah, no, that's very hard to do. You're trying to do that too.
I'm trying to caddy for somebody.
I know,
that's trying
but
to
you're
do
still
that too,
qualified.
yeah.
You qualify, right? If you get a caddy, you're a caddy. Technically, if you caddy, you qualify because you're giving advice on the course. You have to do some studying. I don't know if you're prepared enough for this course.
Got to get there first.
When is the qualifier?
I think it's like June 11th.
Huh?
I think it's like in 10 days.
Yeah, but you got to know these things. You're the caddy.
That's what I'm going to Lafayette tonight.
Do you have the book?
I'm going to meet with
Boy's
my
full
guys.
of shit right now. He knows he's trying to act like he doesn't
Do you have
know.
the book and do you have the notes on the course? Do you have the slopes?
Lay of
And
the land.
do you have where you should miss and where you shouldn't miss in the clubs? You have to prepare for him.
That's really his job.
No, it's your job. You're the caddy. You are
I'm
the
there
caddy.
I'm just like I do for you.
Lloyd says he's there to be the
It's
bench coach.
Exactly,
I'll
I'm just
give
a
you
hype man.
suggestions.
Yeah. Should I hit driver? Absolutely.
Okay, here's my next question. If you win and you qualify and you go into the Open, are you going to study the course for him in the
Oh
Open?
yeah, that's when I'm
Of
popping
course.
vibe
You're such a
bands.
front runner. It's unbelievable.
Front runner.
Yes, you don't want to do the hard work to make it up there, but when you get to the top part, you all want to do all the hard work. You're a front runner. That's what you
Load
are.
management.
Exactly. We got to make.
We got Kawhi Leonard.
We have a saying, and this is the guy.
Lloyd said
that
he's just trying to give him some confidence. Let
About
him know
the
that he
process,
made
bro.
it there,
You
not
make the-
me.
yeah.
You got to
make the
enjoy the
decision.
process of getting to the U.S. Open.
And you know what?
Would you be nervous?
Absolutely not.
I think you would. I think you would.
No.
You got to be in shape to carry those bags the entire time, bro. You can't be bitching at him when you're carrying the bags.
I'm good. Yeah, that's why I'm
You've
going
been,
to talk
missing
to
some, you've
Noah.
been missing some F45 workouts. I don't know if you're ready. I don't know if you're physically
It
ready
is
yet.
getting bad. I did talk to Katie Ochinko because I saw a picture that was put out in the double chin. So going back for
when is
session
it?
2.
When is it? You missed it.
Well, yeah, I was out of town, but now it's back on. She put me on the books.
When?
I guess next week.
Oh, you're gonna get cool sculpted?
Yeah,
Wow.
cool sculpting again.
Are we going to go for the follow-up video?
Yeah, absolutely. We got to give them the promo. I'm not trying to, I'm not
Okay.
trying to take advantage of these people. Just
Okay.
trying to not kill
Good.
myself.
I mean, your chin looks fine. I mean, you've had two binge weekends of drinking.
I don't think I've even eaten food. It's all just liquid.
Well, that's
It's all
probably
just
not
what?
good either.
Liquid. And
Lick what?
look at who?
Liquid
Oh.
or
Liquid.
liqueur?
Yes. Liquid.
T minus 32 minutes until first pitch.
Have they announced a starter yet?
I think so.
Over under 5.5 innings for Mikhail.
Over.
Not what you want, what you think.
Over. He's going at least 6.
Are you taking him on the run line
I say
or money
6
line?
and some change.
I'm taking the run. Actually, I got to do that. I'm doing that right now on air. I'm taking
6
the
and
run
some
line.
change.
6 and some change?
I'm taking the run
6 and
line
2/3
of the
change?
run line's 1.5,
2/3 would be
right?
great.
Hold on.
It's minus 1.5.
Yeah, I'm taking it. It's kind of difficult to get to the baseball part schedule. Now I know how to do it though.
I'm about to show it on the screen of how we can navigate this thing. If people
Run
sign
line
up,
is minus 1.5. Boom.
What's the new promo
The
code?
juice is 150. I hate that.
Well, yeah, but
It's
imagine.
mic'd up 15.
But look at it on the money line.
I did. That is the money line. Oh no, money line's higher.
That's what I'm saying.
The run line.
150. I
No,
mean,
I know,
you
I know.
can't. I mean, I think it's what.
Oh. And I'm taking. Oh, not the under. I'm taking the over. The over's that was 12.5.
Okay. So you know how we navigate this. You put a little parlay together, and it'll put a little bit more money in the.
I know how that works. I know how,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
telling the people.
I'm telling the people.
I thought
Yeah.
you were trying to patronize me.
I'm talking through you.
Okay, yeah.
You know? So if you think,
now parlay is a little harder because you have to hit both.
right,
And don't get mad if you hit one, not the other, because then you lose both bets. I was explaining actually to Jamil earlier how betting works and how you can increase your odds by doing parlays. You can pick 7 games, and you can win 6 games, and the team can beat you on a buzzer beater on the 7th game, and you don't win any money.
Lose your money.
You lose all the money.
Lose all the
actually.
money. All the
Which
dollars.
hurts a little bit. It hurts a lot, actually.
but I think Caesars gives you the option to cash out. Like if you feel,
Gets a little dicey.
if you
Yeah,
get
for
a little
sure.
nervous, if you don't have the
For sure.
fucking
Now, I haven't
chest
had
for
a bunch
it,
of parlays yet. I haven't
That's
done a big
miles.
parlay bet, but
have a great day.
I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do the over. I'm going to do 2 separate bets. I'm going to bet.
What do you mean you think you're gonna do? You've been pumping the
No,
over
no.
for 2 weeks.
Let me can I finish what I was going to say?
Okay, yeah.
We just had this conversation before,
I'm sorry, I hate to
and you did
interrupt
what I
you.
do.
I know.
You cut you off.
Go
so
ahead.
I'm going to bet the run line at minus 1.5 as a separate bet. And then I'm going to make another bet of the over and the run line parlayed. That's what I'm doing. And that's going to be can't combine them. So I'm not doing that. So that's not going to happen. They won't let you combine them in college baseball, apparently. But
College baseball is in its infancy.
it's work. They're working through the kinks. I think as the
yes.
postseason progresses, you get to the regional and you get to Omaha, you're going to have more stats and more numbers, and you're going to make the bets better, right? Speaking of making people better or not better, a former manager of mine, we're going to talk a little Major League Baseball right now. A former manager of mine with the Phillies, Joe Girardi, who I liked as a person. I thought he was a very nice guy. He was all about family and team. But they did not.
Big dentist guy.
They did not win.
Orthodontist.
They did not win at the rate that they probably should have been winning in Philly with the talent that they have on the team. And as of today, Joe Girardi was relieved. I love when they say relieved of their duties. That's a very nice way to say he was fired.
Yeah.
You know?
Hit the bricks, dude.
Huh?
Hit the bricks.
Yeah,
Get outta here.
Joe is out. You know, Joe is not. He's a very nice guy. He's a very smart guy. He went to Northwestern. Did you know that?
State?
Nope. Northwestern Chicago.
No.
Very smart guy.
See,
Won a
I don't
bunch-
trust. See, I wouldn't trust a manager like that.
Won a bunch of World Series in New York. Was what?
A bunch.
He was a catcher during the 90s.
Oh! I thought you were talking about as a manager.
Oh, he won one as a manager too. He was a catcher as a player in the 90s.
I know that.
Well, don't come at me about winning and not. You can win not being a manager.
Yeah, I just say I'm with you. Go ahead.
Yeah. See, I'm sorry. Apologize to me. On air.
Spit in my mouth.
Yes. But yes, he is relieved of his duties. His bench coach, which is kind of awkward. This is awkward. His bench coach, Thompson. Did you know him? When you played for the Yankees for a little bit in spring training.
Name?
Forget his first. His last name's Thompson. He's been Joe's bench coach for a long time when he was in New York. He was in New York for a while and then came over to Philly. Now he takes over the duties as manager, with Joe being out, and him and Joe are real tight. So it's gonna have to be a little interesting dynamic. So he's out, not the manager anymore with Philly. I've always said the biggest thing as a manager is manage the bullpen. That's what determines if you're a good manager or not. And their bullpen has not been very good. I don't know if that's his fault or just not having guys in the bullpen that are capable of closing out the games, but the Phillies are winning in the 6th and 7th inning a lot, and then they end up losing, and that's not good. And so, what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? What are you
Oh no, I was gonna change gears a little bit. You
Change
keep
it.
going.
Change it.
I was
I'm
gonna
done.
say, we stick with the Jays to speak of another Joe. It's time we'll talk about Joey
Gallo, who also used to.
who's another one taking L's.
Who
on the
was
season
a
right
former
now.
LSU baseball signee? Just obviously was too good to come here and got drafted out of high school.
He's struggling right now, man.
Give me his numbers.
Well,
And I want you to understand, we are 60-plus games into the Major League Baseball season. 60-plus.
60
So
plus.
that is almost – we are a little less than halfway through the year. So at the end of June, we will be halfway through the season. So we are probably over a third of the way through the season.
and it's not like he's been missing a lot of time either. He's got 130 at-bats on the season. I don't know what he's hitting average-wise, but he has driven in a total of 7 runs this year.
That's 7. There's
7.
no one in
There's
front
no
of it.
one in
There's
front
no
or one behind it. Just
It is
7.
7.
And he's got 5 solo homers. So he's driven in 2 teammates this year in 130 at-bats. I don't know where he's hit, but he's got 130 at-bats. That is so impossibly
I will
hard
say
to
this:
do.
he's obviously not playing every day. One, because 60 games you have more than 130.
I just looked it up. I literally was just trying to figure it
43.
out. Aaron Judge right
43 games.
Hey, Aaron Judge right now has 180 at-bats. He ain't that far behind.
Yeah,
Aaron
43
Judge
games.
has 17 homers.
I think he's got like 18 or 19 actually.
Boy,
You can parlay the.
you've been grinding over there.
Did you see my face,
He's
dude?
batting 177.
Oh.
Joey Gallo is.
and not hitting enough homers
To be okay with
to
that.
do Boy,
177.
I'm just gonna say, I mean, like you know, like I know, like you get to that 200 mark in the season, boy, it's tough to make that average jump anywhere.
56 strikeouts.
Oh my God,
Struck out
56
56 times.
boy, that's close to 50%.
I mean,
Look, I
that's
don't
what
want
that
to
is
pound the man, but boy, that's
listen,
that's
but he's
tough.
doing what he's
What'd you
always
just
done.
say?
He's not hitting the homers.
Jesus.
He's doing what he's always done in his career.
Pause.
He's just not hitting the homers. That's the problem.
That's your fault.
What happened?
Did you hear? Lloyd jumped all over that. shit,
I
like-
missed it. I missed it.
I don't want to
Lloyd
pound
was
a man.
on that like fly on shit, bro.
Hadn't said a word.
I saw
He's
Lloyd's
been grinding. He's been grinding,
I
betting,
saw
not
his eyes through the camera.
Not adding to the-
It wasn't even the camera looking this
adding
way.
to the show one bit, and then the minute he hears something, he perks his ears up.
Oh my god!
It's a middle schooler.
Might be a genius.
Stop watching so much stuff on the internet.
Good lord,
Like
we gotta clear your
That's
search.
in the gutter, bro.
We gotta clear your cookies,
Yeah,
bro.
we need to-
It's just
we need to
wild.
put
Bro,
some-
I've been on private mode since 2013.
We need to put some
Search bar is off the
some
meat racks,
parental
bro.
controls on your phone or
Oh
something.
my god.
Meat rack.
Hey,
Meat. Look, see, here we go.
I'll shoot. I'll give it a shot. I'll search
I
it.
just
LSU announced the starting lineup. Cade Doty's going to be designated. He's DHing.
Cage DH.
They got Collier at second, Barry at third,
Who's he DHing?
and
Pitcher.
then everybody else is the same. Joe Barron right.
Where's Barry?
Oh,
batting?
so
Barry's
Dugas
batting
not,
second.
Dugas
Dugas
not playing.
Who's leading off?
Cruz.
Cruz.
Goes Cruz, Barry, Pearson, Thompson,
Ooh, Pearson's in the
Doty.
3-hole.
and then Trey Doty. McManus, Joe Bear, Cranford.
How long have they been off?
A week?
The weekend?
A week, yeah.
A little over a week.
This is the. I mean, obviously the longest break they've gotten since the season started, right? Or
Yeah,
They needed it, though.
There's a no
Yeah.
midweek game.
That's
It's
what,
good,
that's
though.
what,
They
I'm
got-
getting to Trey Morgan. That's what I'm wondering if
Yeah.
we see a knee
I
brace
think
or
Trey.
not.
I think Trey's been getting healthy as the year. I don't think he's I mean, it doesn't look
Trey
like he looks
good.
like he's been moving better. He looks like he's been running better. He looks like he's starting to get healthier. Cade Doty obviously that's an extra time for him to get
Right.
healthy with his shoulder. And then same thing with
It was like Jacob Berry might be like healthy.
he may be
He's-
100% now.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know about 100, but he's
I
good.
mean, stress fracture in your it's a slight.
He might be pain free.
I mean, stress fracture.
Yeah.
Yeah, a break,
Or-
like a small break in your finger, like that hurts. Broken bones without having to have surgery usually start to heal around 4 or 5 weeks, and I would assume that that is about what has happened. Because when you have a broken bone like that, to where it's a non-displaced fracture in your finger and it's not completely broken, where it's not like serious, you don't really break it anymore. Well, I guess hitting's different. Like I got hit in the face in AAA, and I had 3 little small stress fractures that weren't displaced. I didn't need surgery. The doctor said that like you can play tomorrow because you're not in danger of anything unless you get hit again in that same spot. So unless there's like something that happens that hurts his finger again, it's not likely that he like further injures his thing. So I think that it's kind of healed over the last 5
I was about to
weeks.
say, I'm
Healed
pretty-
enough. Healed enough.
No, I'm pretty sure it's like it's to the point to him. It's been a pain threshold thing. Like, can you go or can you
Yeah,
not?
give me some.
I think it's probably a very low on the pain.
Yeah, give me
level
some
thing.
Celebrex.
You
Put
good to
it
go.
in me. Let me go.
What is that? What is Celebrex?
This is a little stronger, but it's usually what they give you in college. Not professional baseball. They give you
Toradol.
Voltaren.
They give you Voltaire.
Yeah, it's not. It's nice. You give you a little Voltaren.
Wait,
If you really need it, they start giving you
in
Voltaire
college
shots.
baseball, yeah,
Where?
I think in the cheeks, or one
in
cheek.
college baseball they'll give you or college sport, college baseball. Maybe football's maybe a little
Do they
different.
drug test college baseball?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just wondering. You just only hear about it in football. You
Well,
very,
yeah,
very
because,
rarely
you know, it's
see.
not. Yeah, but like they'll give you Celebrex, something like that. They won't give you the strong stuff, but they'll give you stronger than Advil. Which is, I mean, Celebrex isn't that much stronger than Advil, but
Yeah, I mean,
the lineup's full
Hit me
strength
up,
basically.
John. Hit me up.
You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be good. I think they're gonna go out here and they're gonna take care of business. Yeah. I'm looking
I mean,
forward
let's
to
be
watching
honest.
them.
At this point in the year, pretty much everybody's dealing with a little something.
A little
So
something.
if you got it in, you get it out there.
Everybody's a little banged up. I think Doty DHing. I don't know if that is a precaution thing. We're like, hey, we don't want him diving for
Right.
balls on
Yeah.
his shoulder, or if it's
Absolutely.
a
defensive.
Collier's been really good defensively. We want to keep that, but I don't
I think
think
it's a little
Doty.
bit
I
of-
don't think Doty's the
it's
issue
probably both.
defensively.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's enough of both to where they're like, hey, this kid's given us something while he's been
And
in there
Doty's
too.
not 100%,
Let's go
right.
ahead.
Yeah,
and
right.
Protect him.
And Collier hit well against Vanderbilt.
That's what I'm saying.
He hit
Yeah,
great in
yeah,
the
that's
Vandy
the point.
series.
And he
Speaking
almost
of-
had a big hit against Tennessee.
Speaking
The
of
guy
Vander-
just dove
speaking
in
of
a diving
Vanderbilt,
catch on his double.
Vanderbilt goes down.
They
They
lost?
hit 2 homers in the 7th and the 8th, and then they lose 3-2.
Oh, Joey Gallo. Solo tanks.
So
That's tough.
Did you see the other? I mean, Jack Bauer is working for us. Mikhail Hilliard. This is a tweet from somebody at the game. Brian Holland Sports. Mikhail Hilliard sitting alone, not going through the all-team stretch. Just getting
He's ready, bro.
Locked in.
Barry Bonds
Mike
ring
Day.
hanging.
Mike Day.
You think he goes grill?
I think, honestly,
I would.
I would not be surprised if
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does something stupid and goes like CG.
Put that on the sports book.
You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like he has had such a hard time in his career of like ups and downs.
Right.
His dad passing, like
Came in as a freshman and was a
lot
dog.
a lot of shit has gone down. Like he just seems like he's that guy that like.
I just
Hey,
really
bro.
see him shining in this
Yeah,
moment.
this is my moment. Like
I
this is
just-
my
I
time. This
just
is my
do.
last year at LSU. Like I'm gonna fucking go out with a bang and like
Leave it
just
all
carry
out there.
carry the boys through the postseason. Throw CG. Like
And it may not be his first one.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Let him skip all the way to Omaha, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead, do it.
I wouldn't be surprised. That'd be good. And I think, and I told you,
almost fucking took Coastal Carolina.
I
knew
told
it.
you, I think that they set the tone tonight for the weekend, right?
Yeah.
And if he does that, I think you're going to see the offense get some juice, and the offense is going to bang.
Get moving.
And if they do that, it's a dangerous team going through the
Right,
postseason.
yeah.
Because listen, at this point now, you are in the postseason. Number's 5. 5 wins, you're in Omaha. It's number.
And this
No,
team,
4 wins. It's 4 wins and you're in Omaha.
And this
In a
team,
row.
If you win 4 in a row, you're in
you
Omaha.
a row,
if you
yeah.
double
5
sweep,
total to go.
Yeah.
And this team with like
you
momentum is scary. It's like you saw the momentum they had
doubt.
at Vandy, where they can just
No doubt.
explode.
No, you're right. It's 5 wins because you win 3. You have
Yeah,
to win 3 to
3
win the
here,
regional and 2 to
2
win
the Super.
2 to
Yeah.
win the super.
So
Now, if you
5.
lose, obviously it's 6. But
More than that.
if you win 5 wins to go and to
Should
to
we
make
put
it to
Jerry
Omaha.
on the show?
I don't know if he's ready for that. Maybe we can bring him on here.
Yeah, we should. I mean, maybe the best top 3 catches
Yeah,
of all time
all
in
time.
LSU history.
No doubt.
Leon Landry probably holds the top spot.
Jay Mitch has a couple good ones.
Yeah, but that was expected.
I mean,
Look at him.
Leon.
Dude, thank you for
Damn.
Texas. Clutch home run. Just set the tone. Johnny Damon.
clutch triple too.
Yeah, the triple is the coolest highlight maybe ever.
Well, because it's the smoothest. We got in trouble early. I can't say what I said the first time we talked about the triple early in the show because I had to cancel that.
What did you?
I'm not saying that.
Not what he said. Oh, I remember now.
There's
He looked great.
No shot you forget.
He looked great running around the bases.
High ass.
High ass.
You look great in the uniform, dude.
Yeah, he looked great.
Hey, man, I
That's,
appreciate that,
this
man.
is
Do
the
you still have
this is
one?
literally the exact conversation
This is how it
that we
went.
had, except the phrasing was a little different right now. Jerry, you
We
want
got
to come on the show?
grown.
You want to get on here? Hey, so me and Jerry and Bo, we went to watch Maverick last
Walk
night.
into a bar.
Oh, y'all went and saw it?
Hey, this is also I'm glad we're talking about this because there's a few things. I'm gonna stand up for this. There's a few observations that I made in the movie theater.
Can you believe they killed Tom Cruise?
One, I thought for a minute,
You're terrible.
No spoilers.
I'm not. Yes, that's what I'm getting at. So there's 3 things. 3 things. One, Maverick, Top Gun 2, whatever
Do you
you
know
want to
his
call
real
it,
name?
is they said it a few times in the show, I forgot it.
Doesn't matter.
How awesome is
Call
that?
They are
Son.
Call some Jesse.
the sequel is better than the original. Unbelievable movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you have not seen the first one,
Watch it.
like I'm jealous because I want to watch the first one and the second one back to back without having to know what
I know.
happened. Right? That's what Allie's about to do. My wife. I'm gonna watch both. I'm gonna go see it again. Observation 1, better than the first one. Observation 2, movie theaters are all the way back. Like people love it. It was packed. They were in there. Popcorn, ices, candy. That's the move, right? All the way back. Number 3 observation, and probably the most impactful observation is the last row movie theater makeout is way back because I'm sitting there.
No way.
And you have the way they've done
How
the movie theater.
nostalgic
Hey, this
is
is
that?
let me set this scene for you.
Were you in the last row?
So
We
you
just
went-
talked
you
about
went
your
back
movie
row?
theater seat.
You went back
Last row.
Okay.
Let me set the scene. It was
Wait,
either
which theater?
we had the cinema, so you have to schedule your seats now because the way the movie
I know,
theaters
I-
have survived
yes.
is they had to cut down the seats, make them recliners, and you have to have it's limited seating, but whatever. So it was just fine. I love this. That's fine.
Was it that packed?
It was packed, so they didn't have that many 3 in a row. Now you had the big front of the theater, which obviously you don't want to look up the whole time, so you're not
did
doing
that
that. So
once.
then I text in the group with me and
Like
Jerry
this?
and
Awful.
Bo. Yeah, like that. Like you look
I
like,
did that,
damn, my
I did that
neck
one
hurts.
time.
Shit.
Went
Brutal.
to go see
I
Endgame,
can't
which
even see
obviously is a
straight.
3-hour movie.
Right. It's
Oh my
brutal.
God! You probably had to go to the
Yeah,
chiropractor.
and I just watched it like this.
Was-
Brutal.
Hey, you can't even see. Like, God.
Hey,
Dude, and you think, and like when you're younger, I don't know why you're too old to make that mistake. But like when you're younger, like, oh, I'm gonna go front row.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, I'll never do this
never,
again.
never.
Yeah,
But
never,
here's,
never.
let me set this scene because it gets. This is like, this is unbelievable. If this is not millennial, like this generation to a T, I don't know what is. So then the only 3 seats outside of those front 3 rows were the back row. So I sent out a group text. Well, there's a couple others. I said, hey, where do you want to sit? They said, hey, these 3. Okay, great. Book the three seats. We all get there. We go. We sit down. Jerry is the first one down the row, so he sits right in the middle of the 3 seats.
Hell yeah!
Great move.
Show move.
Great move.
Great move. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I paid for the tickets too.
That's
Show
such a
move.
Jerry
I
move.
paid for the tickets.
I love
He
the
sits
move.
down right in the middle, so he
And,
sits down
and
there.
Jerry's the type that would do that and be like, "What do you mean? Yeah. What?
Because listen, I'm walking in, I see the couple on the right, the 3 seats, and I see the couple on the left. The couple on the left, where I'm going to be sitting, has full blanket,
Of course.
Oh, hand job.
and they're not. This guy's drinking a beer, so he either has a fake ID or he's in college. He's 21, so he's old enough to like know this thing, right?
Cut a hole in the
Full,
popcorn
listen.
bag.
Full blanket. He sits there. He's
Full
got-
blanket. But mind you, it's Louisiana in the summer.
Yeah, right.
Full blanket.
He's got. He's
We
got
came in for the movie, yeah, okay.
a vape pen, like the very intense big vape
No,
pen
he's got the gear
in his hand.
The rig.
In his hand. His girlfriend is
This
this
guy.
way. His girlfriend is
nuts.
literally hugging him, leg over. Half her seat is open. I'm like, this is not gonna be good. This is not gonna be good. She is.
Let's do it.
Hey,
Did you
I'm,
see?
I am sitting here eating my popcorn, and I am literally almost like I'm cuddled up on Jared because I don't want to be next to them. I'm like, this is fucking. I don't want this. So then I'm watching the movie. It
This
gets.
could happen to a worse person.
It gets good, so I'm like this. All of a sudden, I hear them like laughing and giggling. I hear like smacking. I'm like, oh boy. I'll look back.
What do you mean
this,
by smacking?
Like, it's like the kissing noises
Oh,
and
I
like
didn't know
the.
if it was,
Okay. I didn't know if the
Oh,
blanket
yeah,
came
that
into
makes
play
sense.
or
Smacking
not.
on popcorn, like smacking on lips.
Okay,
on
yeah.
tongue and neck.
Did you see? You
And
looked
then I
over?
look up. I'm like, well, like she is instigating it to him.
How old are they?
I mean, at least he's drinking a beer, so I'm thinking
He
21.
probably brought it in, dude.
Unless it was like in the white cup, like it was poured at the bar that you buy it to get the. So like they are making out and like
Hardcore.
And like, look, I don't see the. I'm not.
You think they
looking
made
at
it
the-
home?
Listen. I'm watching them and I'm
You
watching
freaking
this movie
stand
and I'm
up
like
for a
super
fucking
locked
minute.
in. I'm super locked into this movie. And like I'm in this and this bitch is talking to she is talking to him and like baby talking to him. I'm like
Like what?
Oh, that's
to the point where like I wanted to take my popcorn and just pour it on her head. Like shut up.
There's nothing I hate
If you want to
worse.
go have sex at home. I don't care. I hope that you're having sex. But just don't do it in front of me and not when I'm watching a movie that I'm enjoying. Right? But that's my observation. The movie theaters are back and
That's
the makeouts. And listen, I can't listen. We've all been there. We've all been in high, but I was in high school. They've seemed like they were not in high school.
Junior high.
Like we all go like before you have a car, your mom drops you off and you have a whole group of people and you're sitting down there and you're making out and you get the in the seats and like that's where you learn like how to like make
Why
a
do you
move.
think the floor is so
The
sticky
whole
there?
like stretch and like the roll, like that's how you learn how to make your first move. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Not when you're in college.
Extra butter.
Not when you're in college. But they're doing it, and they're the whole movie. And I'm looking at
How
and
long
Jared.
did this go on?
The whole movie.
So they don't know what
And-
happened.
Bro, that's so much kissing.
No, but like they were watching, they would
Sure.
stop, and they would watch, and then Tom Cruise would kind of get,
And
you
then
know,
she would get hard
and then
again.
she would get horny, and
Yeah.
she would start talking. I'm like, this
The
is
beach football scene.
unbelievable. Hey, you know how old he is?
60.
65.
That's crazy.
This is one thing I cannot figure out. I don't know how
He's
he
aging
look-
backwards.
To make
Him, Brad Pitt, they all are.
Well, Brad Pitt looks like a little bit normal. It's like, oh, he's an attractive older man.
Did you not see him in his last movie as the role that he played with?
Oh, the stuntman? It looked awesome. But
I mean,
Tom
he was
is
shredded.
different. Yeah.
Tom's also 5'5".
Yeah.
I know. Short king, stand up or sit down.
It's easier to keep the physique, I think, when you're a little shorter.
Telling me, I wish. But but I forgot what I was gonna say.
But movie theaters are all the way back. Is my point. Like,
I can't believe, dude. Do you think they hickey?
I don't know, dude. But
Was it amateur hour? Or was it like y'all are like this is way?
it was amateur. That's what it was. Look, if they were in high school,
That's
if
what
this
I'm
guy
saying.
wasn't drinking a beer and he was in high school, I would have
and
been okay
ripping
with
the rig.
But then, but this
Yeah,
is around. Like the movie theater was full. Like it wasn't like they were by themselves. Like
You think they're
And it's
exhibitionists?
a good movie.
right.
It's a movie. It's a movie you should want to watch.
Right, but like, listen. We've all been in that, and we've all been. But if you have the whole row
Yeah, 20
and
years
nobody's
ago.
next to you, like I get it.
Safe
when
to
you're
say
younger.
they like a crowd?
But like this was the whole thing, and I'm like, boy, this is.
Do you think it's kind
And
of
like I'm making comments, like I'm cheering, like I'm like, let's go. Like whenever they fucking, whenever,
was doing the same
whenever
thing.
Rooster fucking, and
we
then
don't, yeah.
Oh, I thought
Hangman.
you were making comments on them.
no.
Good
I
move,
should have.
bro, yeah.
How great would it have been if I
Oh,
started
yeah.
filming and I started
Yeah,
commentating like,
And you
like,
should-
how'd that
and
feel?
then they
That
were
was a great.
inverted.
And they made the move. She makes the move and she's going in. She's going in for the move.
Should've
See
pulled
what
out
happens.
You should embarrass the shit out and be like, hey, I see you,
Hey,
dog.
Selfie
I'm
camera
I'm
with
not
the
joking when I
flashlight.
said like, listen, we've all been in this situation, but we've all been in this situation before we were.
Did they have drinks and snacks, just the beer, no
Hey,
popcorn?
wait,
No,
time
they had
out.
some. They had some other stuff.
You think
popcorn,
that you
something
think they've been
like-
planning this for like a few years? Like, hey, when these movies come back,
I mean,
I
What
got
if this
something
is their
for your
thing?
ass.
what I really wanted to do,
Literally.
I wanted to see. I didn't want to see, it, but
movie.
like, I was interested to see if they were gonna wait till everybody left.
That's
to
the
see,
move.
like, hey, maybe he can't get up and like be obvious because like maybe he's got an oyster in his pants.
So you
because
sat
he's
there for a
fucking
long
up
time?
and
You're
down.
gonna say maybe he can't get up.
So you're saying you sat there and waited on them before they got up? Like
No, I left. No, I left.
like you watched the credits until
I
there was
left.
just a black screen.
I got up and left. Out.
He got up and stayed.
And he got up and stayed. I hope
No, he
stayed.
left
If
too. No, he
If he's
left too.
21 years old and not able to have a problem. I'm sorry. Look, it happens.
Rejuve me.
Not 21.
But if you need help,
Not at
you need help.
21, right?
I hope
No, you should. I mean, he should have done. He's probably double feature.
Not at 29 either. But that's my thing is like those are my observations. The movie was unbelievable.
This is almost the movie theater's fault because it's been so long, and it's like, oh, let's do a little nostalgic date, and then you get a little too
well,
hot
now,
and heavy.
and now you sell beer and alcohol and like
Hey, did
fake
they come
IDs.
check?
Weed's
What?
legal.
Did they have like the person that just walks around like the usher? You know, just take one.
Remember
little-
when you were younger, you had the
one
people
little lap?
that people were trying to like doing the thing, and you're trying to video like to get the pirate the films like.
What is wrong with you?
That's
you
what
did
they
that?
no, but that's what they check
Oh,
for.
Yeah.
The piracy of the films.
I thought you were talking
No,
about like we
no,
all
no.
did. Remember when
But
you
like they don't.
Mikey told me about the time he went in there with a tripod. He tried to sit in the aisle, and they
I know
told
there was a
they
tripod
said,
every
"Sir,
time."
The tripod. I had the GoPro on my forehead.
Sir, you can't be in here.
Talking about the tripod, I had the GoPro on my forehead, so I'm looking like I'm watching it. Like the GoPro is filming on my forehead, ready
Cyclops.
to go. Yeah, but no. But that's what the light was for. Is like, hey, are you like
Yeah.
videoing now? Like, hey, like
They
fuck
don't
it.
give a
They don't
fuck.
give a fuck now. Now they're just trying to hey get in and pay to come watch.
Just come
the
here,
movie.
please.
Yeah.
Literally.
Show
It was
up.
great. The movie was great. Those are my observations about the movie.
You're something wrong with you now.
And
Do you need to go to the theater?
I just can't believe they brought a damn blanket in there.
a blanket, dude. Wow. I'm talking about a blanket to where.
That's the most. Like, you might as well just.
I mean,
you might as well
come on,
just keep
son.
it out.
Obvious, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that cold in there.
I mean,
It's
listen. If you're by
not that
yourself,
cold.
own row by yourself, I respect it.
But jerking off in the theater?
If you want it, fine. But don't,
Pee-pee
not in
Herman?
front of the entire theater when you have people next to you. Like, come
Wait,
on.
time out. Did you just say you respect the beat session in the theater?
Hey, if you want to get it how you live it, I don't care. Not in front of me though.
You go to
I don't
jail
wanna
for
see
that.
Beatboxing in the theater.
I don't want to see that.
No wonder you like Kids Day so much.
Oh my God, bro.
That went. I mean, that literally has zero correlation. You forced that one in there.
What?
Right?
Force
Somebody put him in
time.
timeout.
Oh, here we
man.
go. Here we go again. This guy.
Force it in there.
Oh my God.
That's called rape. Boy, you can't do that.
Oh, speaking of forcing it in there, the Tennessee catcher got
No, we're
busted.
not speaking about forcing
It's not a
it.
transition.
If you want to talk about, okay, go ahead. There's a story about the catcher. He's actually in the big leagues right now, who got in trouble because he was jacking off in his car in the parking lot
That's not the story I was
of
gonna
a grocery
tell.
store in spring training.
Dude,
when he played for the Toronto Blue Jays,
See, that's the
and he made it to the big leagues. How does that happen? How do you recover from that?
Apparently he did.
And his apartment was like
never
a
jerked
mile.
off in my car. I
His
mean,
apartment was a
that's
mile
not-
down the road.
he couldn't.
He was at the
Something
grocery store,
happened.
probably in Publix parking lot.
I just don't
Jacking
even.
off.
I don't even understand that.
Weirdest thing I've done in
Yeah, I
the
don't know
car
that.
is eat like sliced turkey. As soon as I get it, I always have to take a little
Anyway, what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say? I cut you off.
The
We have
real
5 minutes
the
before game
new
time.
Tennessee catcher for the college baseball team got busted for PEDs.
Ooh.
Not jerking off in his car at a Publix.
Do you think that?
That was your
he
fault.
got busted? But do you think that he is the only person on the team doing
That's
PEDs?
what the chat is exploding. That's from the chat. So
Well, I
thank
love that.
you.
Chat
Yeah.
giving us some info.
The
When did he
chat's
get
popping
popped?
right now.
Is it?
Yes.
Thank you, chat. Give me some stuff from the chat. We have any questions?
I'm giving you something from the chat right
Oh
now.
no, give me some other stuff. Questions. Give me
Well,
some
I
stuff.
think we should talk about
We
this
should.
right now. Whenever you went to a regional or super regional, did the drug testing get ramped up? Like, is this something?
I mean,
that,
I got drug tested in Omaha. Everybody gets you get drug tested, but like, I had stage fright. I was not very good at drug tests, so I like
Should have brought a blanket.
when I got well, let me tell
He's
you.
not
how-
a big fan of the guy telling him to put his pants.
Yeah, you know how drug. Let me tell you how drug testing
behind
goes. This is how drug testing goes.
It's a little
Show
awkward.
us.
No,
Let me
it's a
show
little
you.
awkward.
He goes, "Hey, okay, you have a drug
Probably
test."
not for you.
No, it's awkward. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter what's
listen,
there.
This is what
It's
happens.
awkward.
You have a drug test. Okay, cool. You would think, okay, go to the bathroom, pee in a cup, give it to him. No. You go to a urinal. You have to angle yourself to where he can see you. Your pants have to
Side
go.
profile?
Your pants have to go down to your ankle. Your shirt has to go up to your neck. And
Oh,
your
that's
dick
all
has
pee
to
on
be in
game day.
hand. And you have to pee, and he has to watch you. And he is. And these guys are like this. They're staring at you.
The only
And
way,
I'm
the
like-
only way you start feeling comfortable, if you will, about it.
Do you look right back at
No,
him?
yeah, you try to make him feel awkward. Like
Yeah.
you kind of you stare at him, be like, "What's up, dog?
I wonder if everybody
You
should-
straight?"
Hey,
Like,
up.
it got to the point.
Give him a
Now
conversation.
it took me a few years to like get used to it. It got to the point when pro ball, where I would put my earphones in, I'd close my eyes, and I was focused to try to get it. Because if not, it would take me hours.
I
Get
just
an
try to
IV
not
to make sure.
Just
Yeah.
don't pee when you wake up. Show up and be like, "What's up, dog?"
Because
Yeah,
in
I'm ready
baseball,
right now.
the way
How's
they
the
would do it,
weekend?
the way they do it in pro ball is they would tell you right after the game, after you already pissed. I'm like, bro, how do you expect me? I just pissed. You could have told me before the game that I had a drug test. After the game, I would have waited. You don't. But in college, it was the same thing. So
Sometimes I know you remember this. They're like standing next to you, you like you can't get it going. So the guy's sitting there hitting the flusher on the thing.
yes, he goes and does it.
So you can hit a water.
Hey, here's the deal. People,
like water.
I've seen everything because you can't shower obviously like with it. And with you have to pee.
Would you like trim
I've
up
seen.
for him?
I
already know what you're gonna say. Yeah,
people, and this is like
this is real
this
life
has
too.
got to be the shittiest job in the world. Hey, I can't pee. Okay, but I gotta take a shit. I can't pee because I have to take a shit.
Well, because you can. There's never been an instance
right.
of
Not true.
ever.
False. I'll tell you why. So they say, okay, you have to shit. So they shit with the stall door open, and the guy has to watch you shit and piss in the cup.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was gonna say. There's never been a.
I've done it.
When I was during a drug test.
When I was at the peak of my stage fright,
Performance anxiety.
I could not do it to where I took a shit for the first time in my life with no piss coming out.
Are you serious?
Yep.
How?
And I had to pee. I just couldn't do it. I was so. This guy is staring at me while I'm sitting down. I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like,
God.
I am not gonna cheat. You see, I have no cheating apparatus around me. I am not gonna cheat on this
That's
test.
tough.
Just get out of my face so I can do this.
That's
Do it.
tough. I've never even heard of that being a thing. That's tough.
Then it got to the point where the guy knew, like, over the course of the year, the guy would know that I had stage fright, so he would take his time, like, filling out the form, and I would hurry up so I could start get the stream going before
this
you got
still
to
a
see me.
problem?
No. I got used to it. I was like my first few years, but after that now I'm like, oh, I got to pee? Give it to me. I don't even have to pee, but I'm going to get this over with. Let me go. And I'm good now.
Do you think like that was the first time that guy's
I
ever
fought
seen
through
that?
it.
Did he tell you that like I've never seen this in
Yeah.
my life?
She says the first time I've ever seen this. I'm like, yeah, I've never done it before in my life, but can you imagine having to sit down and watch somebody shit to
Dude,
get to
if you
the
could-
Go,
If
hey,
you-
keep it cracked a little bit.
If you offered me, there's no amount of money to where if you said you can sit down, poop, and not pee, there's no chance I could do it. Like there's just never been a situation that's unbelievable that you could do.
Could
that.
you imagine your day's assignment today being, hey,
Oh,
I
I
get
don't
to
care
go
about
watch
the guy.
Hey, I get to,
I feel like they're
I'm
into
just
it a
saying, like,
little bit.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine your day's assignment being like, yeah, I got 200 shit and piss samples I need to go get, so I'm gonna go watch about 200 dudes pee.
Well, it's
Hey,
not happening.
And, then,
these
and then they
guys-
look at the list and go, "Fucking Mikie Mahtook."
Hey, and these guys
Take
and
me
these
an
guys
hour.
get fucking peppered because we're all
Oh,
pissed.
dudes is wearing them out the
They
whole
get
time.
and it's their job and they're just trying to do their job and you know they're not happy doing
How
it,
do you
but they
get
get
in that
fucking
business?
peppered by us
Well, the
because we're
whole-
so aggravated that we have to do it.
The entire Tennessee, the rest of the Tennessee roster has to get tested tomorrow.
And that's what
Rest of the
that was going to be my. I didn't know that story was coming. I'm so happy that happened. But
This is good. We have some good stories today.
my bigger question would be like, has Tennessee been covering this up because they drug test probably through their own
about to get
team? What if they're all fucking juiced up?
Ooh, that'd be the biggest
I
scandal.
mean, have
this
you
year.
seen their team? Their team is enormous.
I mean, Vitello's on drugs.
Hey, that'd be the biggest
I'm not saying they're
scandal
all
this year.
juicy. I'm not accusing them of that at all.
Allegedly,
But, like,
it could
hey,
be.
listen,
Who knows?
I am willing to bet that if
The most home runs since when?
Since 2000, the most home runs since LSU hit 188.
I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theory guy.
Or since 1999, maybe.
Yeah, it's been 20
There it is.
years.
There we go.
Opening round, baby.
Didn't they get caught for? No, I don't know.
Here's my deal.
But if they're hitting that many home runs, there's some merit
Listen,
to this thing.
Or that, and they got popped earlier in the year for
bats,
a
right?
bat that wasn't legal.
Yeah.
I kind of respect Vitello for just like,
Yeah, but here's my deal,
Catch
though.
me.
Do you think that one guy on the team
now you got to
in
check
college?
the
Now, in
pictures.
pro ball, it's different because the pro ball has their own guys on the outside, and they do their stuff. Like, you're not with them all day, every day. You tell me if one guy on the team's cheating and there's not other guys, I don't believe that.
Me-
But I'm
that's
not
what I'm saying.
accusing
This
them.
could be their.
I'm
Right.
just
But
saying
it's
that
rare
it is.
for
I'll
just one
accuse them.
guy.
I think they're all fucking juicing. No,
There
but
you go.
seriously, like if that is the case, that means that the Tennessee kind of like staff was covering
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
Like, cause wouldn't that not be who tested you for when you're all at
It
LSU?
goes through LSU.
LSU. Well, you go through LSU, and then you get some from the NCAA.
Yeah, there's
Right.
there's two ways. Like you can get it from your own like administration and then from NCAA too.
This might be a big deal.
Let's see what happens tomorrow.
I have a future
We're in
on
the
Tennessee.
OT. We haven't been on the OT at Earls in a while. The game's about to start.
Who's that?
Who's
Oh.
that?
Who's these
Oh.
guys are?
Who is that?
Is that Ryan Sandberg? Both of these people.
Boy, this is tough.
I mean,
So
he looks like
happens-
he looks like he's melting.
That's what happens in Southern Miss Host Regional.
That's their fault. So what do you want
Oh,
to
look,
do?
at least they're highlighting Cade.
286 average is still a little,
Good.
a little
12
down.
taters, 536 slugging, 51 mistakes.
No
They're
shoulder.
not even highlighting the. That's why, because they both
Two
were down.
injuries.
This guy over here. This guy. Who
What'd he
brought
say?
this guy in the stands?
Who is this?
Who's this guy?
What did he say?
Say go Owls.
Go Owls. He's from,
Kennesaw State, bro. There you go. Where'd you graduate from? Where you gonna graduate from? All right. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We're gonna shut this thing down. We're leading up to the game. We already led up to the game. They are talking about the hard-hitting Owls right now. Told you they can swing it. They can swing it a little bit.
Ooh, I like
This
the
guy's got.
unis.
This
I like
guy's
the
got.
uniforms.
This guy's got frosted tips.
Oh,
out
they
there
went
in the
all
back.
blonde. Did you see that? They dyed
They
the
went
hair.
gold. They got your gold
Yeah,
on.
golds.
All right,
Go,
I'm betting
All
back
right.
on LSU. Wait,
Okay.
Did you see Kennesaw with they dyed their hair?
Yeah, no, that's stupid. That's old.
I
That's still
wouldn't have
2000.
done. Well, see, I don't like it, but Joe Burrow did it, so I get it.
Lloyd
And
would 100% dye his hair.
Okay, well,
But I
You didn't
think
do it at
that was high
LSU?
school. It's different in high school than it is.
It's
yeah,
definitely
exactly.
different in high school.
Exactly.
I'm cool with it.
Don't
in
let
high
me get hot.
For what?
Kramer Robertson. Remember he
Kramer,
dyed his
yeah, that
hair.
was- he regrets it. I think he fried his hair for a little bit. He told me
I
that.
think it's
He
falling
said, I
out
think my
of
hair
his,
fried.
falling
I
out
fried
of
my
his
hair.
How
head.
about that? How about
He
the,
got designated.
that clip of him and his?
He got taken off the roster.
Wait, who did?
Kramer. I saw that today.
Did he really? He got DFA?
I figured that when someone came off the deal, they needed him because they're not gonna. They don't think they're gonna lose
Moment
him.
of silence?
Yeah.
Well, they're not gonna lose him
Yeah, most
through,
likely not,
through
yeah.
waivers. So I think they're gonna be able to keep him, which they will, because he has to accept this. You have to accept your assignment the first time you're designated. So that's why.
They might sign his mother. She's got a
Yeah.
rocket.
Did you see that? See that bomb she hit?
Hey,
She's an
speaking of a
unbelievable
rocket,
athlete.
here, this is my last thing I'm gonna say. Speaking of a rocket of an arm, 'cause I knew I had to say something else because you were gonna take it in a different level.
No, we're all
Miles
good after
Teller
that.
is a huge Rooster. Miles Teller, who played Rooster in Maverick 2, is a huge baseball fan, huge Phillies fan. He threw out the first pitch in Philadelphia,
Rip one.
ripped one.
He might be an athlete.
Hey, right down the middle, your boy, Ryan Howard, clanks it.
No!
Clanks it,
What
drops
happened
it.
to
Why is that
Ryan
my boy?
Howard?
Didn't you meet him?
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
did too. What are you
I
talking
never
about?
met Ryan Howard. I wasn't
Yes,
with
you
him.
did.
When?
In Tampa. He used to work out with us.
I wasn't there when he was there.
I don't think he worked out all
Yeah,
that
he was.
much. It was all Subway.
No, hey, Ryan Howard was pretty put together. He was big, but he was
What
strong.
happened?
He got hurt and
He fell off the planet.
After that Achilles, you don't remember? You don't remember he literally ended the season, ground ball, fell out of the box towards Achilles, and then that's where it was kind of like,
Yeah.
it was just different after.
Great guy, though.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Is he?
Great guy.
Real good dude.
Great
Super
guy.
good dude.
In Entourage.
Yeah. All right.
Large and human.
Great show. Great show.
What do you mean?
Like,
In the show. Jesus.
This good. All right.
I mean, maybe the other way too, but as far as stature, height wise,
Yeah.
he's a big guy.
Lord help us.
Okay.
Jerry.
Great Friday.
Official
A
prediction.
lot of bullshit. I told you my prediction. LSU's gonna win they're gonna win by plus a little too.
Oh, okay. Before we go, you
and they're
can
gonna cover the over.
You can combine if you go money line and the over or under.
Oh, I have to go money line. I can't go run difference.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I would hurry up and do it.
Well,
because
I'm probably gonna do it. I'll try to do it. Hurry up.
you got to do it right now.
Well, I'm ending the show. I can't do both. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.
Who
Thanks
the
for being
fuck
here.
is that?
If you have not subscribed, subscribe. If you're a Southern Miss fan, you want us to win, you want to talk shit to me, subscribe so you can talk shit.
Still looking ahead.
Mik'd up 15 is the promo code. If you want to make a bet on LSU not winning the regional, please go and do that. But use the code if you're going to do that. We're going to tease our guest for Monday next week. It's Rachel Demita. She is a basketball expert. She used to be on 2K. She's going to talk basketball gambling. Thank you for tuning in. We're on all podcast networks, Spotify, and Apple. This game is about to be first pitch. We are about to watch it. Come to Earl's, watch the game with us. We're going to be here for a little while. You're watching Mik'd Up. We are brought to you by Sterling Automotive. We will see you on Monday night from 6 to 8.
Tennessee's
Peace
trying
out.
to bury the lead.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
One pitch at a time, one
Boom.
at bat at a time.
We're done. We're done.
No, we're still a long time.
I know you are.
You got to hurt.
I missed it.
I missed it.
I'll
too.
split it with you.